Hi, friends. Welcome back to our session of understanding our mind. We have been going through the first section that is our mind is a store of consciousness. So, what are the things that we are actually storing in this consciousness? So, initially, in the yes, author is talking about this book is all about the 50 stanzas that he is talking about our understanding mind. And the first 15 stanzas are talking about what is that we are storing in our consciousness, in our mind in our consciousness, what is that we are storing. So that we are talking. In the first, he said it is a field of consciousness. So whatever the seeds that we are actually sowing in, it is all that is coming out. So it has all kinds of seeds like the samsara, nirvana, enlightenment, everything, all kinds of seeds were sown in that. So whichever the seeds that we are planting, so those seeds are coming will come up. And then he talks about there's nothing lost, everything is stored, whatever that we are just storing in our field, so everything is stored. So whenever the time, place, and the thing is coming up, those stores will get manufactured, those seeds will get sprouted. So, and these seeds have so many, like so many people, like by birth we may get some of the seeds, and our childhood, by when we are in the womb, some of the seeds are seeded, are they are collected in our, and later as a childhood we may be collecting these things. This is all we had it. Now we will go and see what is that we have in the fifth and sixth one, right? Let me show you just once. Yeah. So this is the fourth one. Fourth one is this is also we have completed. Some seeds are innate and handed down by our ancestors, and some were sown while we are still in the womb, and some others are sown when we are the children. So until this we have completed. And now let us go to the fifth one: individual and collective seeds. So the seeds are the seeds that whatever there within us are. Some are individual seeds and some are collective seeds that we may or may not understand at that point in time, whether transmitted by family, friends, society, or education. All our seeds are by nature both individual as well as collective. So, from the color society or from our being, our education patterns, or from family and from friends, we may collect some of the seeds and we may improve upon it. So, whenever we are collecting from them, it is a collective seeds. Whenever we are improving or whenever we are taking that in a different way, that is called the it is called the collective seeds. How these things will be, how individual and collective seeds are working, right? That we will see. In our society, right? In our society, we have like so much. The whole universe was the manifestation of our collective consciousness. It is not just the one individual consciousness. Let us take our iPhone, whatever the iPhone we have. So the idea may come from one mind. The idea just came for like a one mind, but that mind, so that particular mind has explained, and whatever the thing comes, he has explained to the so many engineers, and so many people have contributed to it, and then this particular phone has come out into the picture that has been manifested, or that has been sown by the collective consciousness of so many people. Do you agree with that? Similarly, anything in this universe, whatever that universe that we are existing, everything is a collective consciousness of the people. It may be the individual seed, that one idea, but it's a collective consciousness. It's come. Suppose the plum village. If you know the author, that the Thich Nhat Hanh, so he built a village. The plum village is a monastery is there, and he lived in France in that village. So that is a manifestation of the consciousness. So many people want to have that kind of peaceful village where the people will just do their live simple life, live the meditations, and live so that kind of life, right? So that kind of life is only very common in that plum village. Okay, that is the collective consciousness of so many souls that are there. It's not it also has a personal manifestation, because maybe one person just thought about it. in his own mind. Then he started explaining it at the then so this village is the collective consciousness. You can see both as an collective as well as individual, or you can see both as a objective as well as subjective reality. So, but if you say objective and subjective, right? So, how does it will be there? You may think that the objective reality of the plum village that you will be able to grasp someday. So, someday the objective is here is arises when it is your own consciousness, right? Our consciousness includes, again, whenever we say our consciousness, our own consciousness, it is not just our consciousness. It is again individual, or it can be a collective consciousness as well. Because whenever our seeds were sown in our mind, the seeds are not just us. It could be our parents, it could be the friends around us, it could be the society or anything. So whenever we see that as a thing, all the thing, it is an objective reality. It is a total is an objective reality. If you think that it is just the one person, it is a subjective reality. So usually we do in our lives, what is that actually stopping us being happy? If you take, right, we are all happy beings. So what is that? Because of all these seeds, you learn so many things. We born as a spiritual being, very happy person. All the kids, no kid was unhappy. The kids will be very happy. What do they have? They don't know. Even if you put a gold or something else also, they don't know. But still they're happy. Whether they have a nice clothes or not, they are happy. Why? Because they're all being happy. Why we are not actually being happy after that? Because we compare, we struggle. We learn so many things with all these seeds in our consciousness. We learn so many things, right? So because we learn so many things, we started subjective view of this objective recognition. We started subject. Whenever we say, okay, this phone was invented by something, so we are actually going with the subjective people, not as an objective reality. So when you see it as an objective reality, then you are able to, you can be happy. You don't compare, don't have all those things, right? So whenever you are stamping it as it is mine, whenever I stamping it as mine, then it is a problem. Because the car is there in the showroom, it doesn't belong to anybody. I went and gave him money and I bought. From tomorrow onwards, if something happened, I'll be unhappy for the car because I own it, because it's my car. I am actually attaching, or actually my subjective consciousness is attaching to that object. So whenever we are actually getting attached, what is actually happening? Instead of happiness, we started suffering. Instead of beauty, we are feeling ugliness, because that is the one which is when you are suffering, your face will not reflect the beauty. Your face will reflect the unnecessary ugliness, because you are unhappy when you are an unhappy person, right? So collective consciousness is not just the collective consciousness here means it is not just the 3-4 people of collective consciousness. It is a collective consciousness of so many thousands of people. So anything that is manifested in this world is not just the collective consciousness of the one person. Suppose the bulb, who invented Edison? But Edison was invented a long time version, okay? But the bulb that we are using nowadays has evolved a lot. So many people worked on it. So it is a collective consciousness. Anything that we see, right, it is a collective consciousness. Forget about all others. You yourself, you are not an individual. You are the collective consciousness of your family, your seeds, your habits, so much of things that. So you are thinking, oh, still you are thinking that I'm an individual, I'm so great. What is that great? There are so many thousands of universes are there. In that, whatever that we are living is one universe. In that universe also, there are so many things, and out of which the earth is a very small part. In that earth, we are living in a one country, and in that country we are living in a one state. In that state we are living in one city. In that city we are the speck. That city itself is a speck of the entire universe, and in that sense we are the very tiny dot, not even a dot, a part of the dot. Then still we feel that, oh, I am doing this, I am doing that, this is mine. So where is that? You are feeling that is an individual. So it is not an individual, it's a collective consciousness. You yourself is not a individual consciousness. You are collective consciousness of so many. When you yourself are collective consciousness of so many, how can you feel that it is mine, it is individual? When you are feeling individual, the feeling of suffering is coming up. So forget all those things. Be happy. That's what all these things are coming. Whenever you are happy being, the things around you will also be happy. Whenever you started comparing, that ugliness instead of beauty will come out. Even the fashion, right? Whatever that you consider fashion, that is also not that is also not your own thing. It is created by society, and you are just wearing it, and you are saying it is a fashionable. I'm fashionable. So if somebody was created it, then you are choosing it. So let us take a small example. The author takes it. So you had a one shot and you wanted to get a necktie, and you went to the store. Okay. And you went to the store and you just saw that, and you just picked up one tie, and you are thinking that you selected the tie. What he is saying is, you didn't select the tie. The tie was selected, the tie got selected you. So even that particular thing also, it is already, that kind of thing also, it is already written. So it is already, it is not, it was all, tie chooses you. You didn't choose that tie. You are thinking that you have done something great. No, just that's what you say. The tie also should choose you, then only you'll be able to get that one. So like this, many things in this life is already, there are so many already, there is exercises. Everything is exercising its own thing. You cannot just like that and go and get it. So just have the detach. So that's what, even you are getting attached, the beauty idea of that beauty, right? You are just, so when you are just thinking that, oh, this I want to be with me, so be happy, you'll have that kind of happy feelings. Whereas I went and bought it, this is so expensive, I am able to get it, which means that your ego self is coming up. That sixth consciousness, which is the manas, right, that is actually acting too egoistically, it is acting up. So just to stop down that, if you stop down that ego, so you are not, you yourself is not an individual, you are the collective consciousness, then you will be able to happily enjoy, or happily able to enjoy the life, whatever it shows, whatever it is showing, right? So democracy and political structures were, if I take, is it any individual consciousness? It is also a collective consciousness created by so many people. Similar, anything that you say, right? Suppose if you see the people who work in the stock exchange, what they will do all the time, the monetary, stock, gold, dollar increases, that all the time they will be in that the chain of that addition, subtractions, deductions, all these things they will do, because they are collectively, they'll try to understand. There are so many people, they'll watch, and they collectively they'll try to understand. That is also not your individual thing. The stocks are yours. So you are collectively trying to understand what it is, and you're buying, selling, all the things. Here also, the ups and downs of the things that are happening, right? So here also, in your life also, it is like your stock market. There are so many ups and downs, the fears, hopes, there are fears, beauty, all the things are there in your thing. But if you are unattached, suppose you are not actually buying any stocks or anything, will you be that anxious about the life, about the stock exchange rates? Suppose you are not investing anything in your stock, will you be that fearful of whether the stock will increase or not, will the stock will decrease or not? Yeah, you will bindas. Okay, whatever has happened, whatever my salary comes, it goes to bank. My expenditure, I'm done, I'm good. That kind of attitude you'll be having, right? In that kind of attitude, you will not have much the thing, right? So here, this consciousness, when you will have this in the same thing in the life also, whenever the life comes and goes, you are not attaching. I myself is not the single. So many things will come and go. When you are not attaching to itself, you can be very happily live in that moment and enjoy that moment. So what we all need to understand is, we are, whatever that we do is the collective consciousness of many. We are not doing anything on our own. We are just feeling that with all these fears and all, we are just like the stock market. We are just feeling that all the ups and downs. If you are not unattached, if you are not actually going, then you can be like, you can be very calm and perfect. Suppose, let us take, you are sing, you all of a sudden one day, somebody in the party, you are forced to sing. Okay, there is no other choice in the game chits. You have to sing a song. It came, so you are forced to sing. So you started singing a song. Okay, then everybody started applauding. Oh, nice! You are doing a great job. Then somehow it started that, oh, I can sing well. So you yourself has invented a talent that you can sing well. So from where this talent comes, is it an individual? If you think it is an individual, because you never has sing it and, oh, I have a talent, I recognized, and you can be. But it can be the group consciousness also, because so many your ancestors, somebody must have singing, so that singing may come to you. Once you started singing, you went to a teacher, you went to your friends, and all those things, you started observing the other people, how they are singing, how where they are actually stressing out, how why that particular singer is actually is able to get it. All these things you are able to see, right? That means in that case, so you are also picking up all the qualities from the other singers also, which is again the collective consciousness. So it is not an individual thing. Anything that you do, it is not on your own thing. What I'm trying to say with all these things, nothing is on your own. There's nothing that we have to feel so ego about it, or so egoistic, this is mine, this I did it kind of thing. There is nothing. It is all collective consciousness. You are just grabbing the things. Okay, here I'm sitting and teaching this understanding of your mind. So if I say that, oh, Prasanna is teaching, no, I'm not teaching here, because I'm just trying to explain what the author has written it, and I'm here to explain because somebody recognized that you can teach, and come you can teach the platform. So many people are there in order that me to come before you and teach. So this is all a collective consciousness. It is not just the individual person. So each of the person may be having a different role in doing certain things. That's all. That is all it matters. Okay. Each seed is both individual as well as collective. That is what we have to remember. The distinction between the innate seeds that came, and transmitted seeds are between the individual and collective. So whatever that comes to the innate or individual, you may feel it. Whatever that are transmitted from the others are the collective seeds. So this is to understand this, we need some intellectual level. Seemingly, some of the opposite concepts you may see, but these are intellectual level you have to think of. So how these seeds are coming. Just because the seeds are coming, or just because that they are transmitting from the parents and society, you need not. Only thing is, you need to observe the seed. If you can observe yourself, you have the power to change anything. You need not go just like a blind person, whatever the seeds are there. You can collectively see what are the seeds within you, and you can pour the seed, you can pour water only to the wholesome seeds. You can stop pouring the water to the unwholesome seeds. Being a meditator, you must have, all of you must have experience. We all came from a normal routine families. Okay, so when let us take a simple example. If you go to a party, gossiping become a very, could have been a very common. It could be good or bad, whatever it is, right? Gossip may not be. So you are just talking about somebody else. Okay. So that's the talking about somebody else may or may not have any value to it. It may not have any value to it, to you, or to the other person, or to the person that you are talking about. It may not have any value, but still you talk about it. But once you started meditating, once you are mindful of your things, what you will do? Is that required to talk? What is that I'm going to gain by talking it? So you'll just try to observe the things. And see, even if the other two persons are talking, you will just observe the things, and you will not take that into your. So you are saving your energy. You are not actually taking all this nonsense into your consciousness. You are not wasting your energy there. Okay, that's how you can build. It is not that because something was transmitted, you need not say some of the things, right? Like a driver, when he's driving, his optic nerve seems to be individual. That's what he's saying. His optic nerve, whatever that he is seeing, right, seems to be individual consciousness. But no, that is not.
Hi, Prasanna. Got disconnected. You're on mute.
Okay. Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Are you able to hear? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Because of call, I got. Can you make co-host so that I can spotlight that? Sorry, friends. Okay.
Yeah, we can see you, Prasanna. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So this is all that we are talking about, right? So, so whether it is a transcendent idea, whether it came from the transmission or it is an innate, whatever it is, we need not, because by the choice it came, so we need not just take it and because it came in, it is there in my nature. Some people will say, it is there in my nature, what can I do? It is when you observe that it is there in your nature, when you observe that it was transmitted from the parents or whatever the society, you have a power to stop watering that particular seed. Even if it is a collective seed also, you can stop watering and you can just go ahead and only thing is that when you have to see the driver's optic nerve, that's what I'm giving an example, right, before cut. Driver's optic nerve, you feel that it is an individual seed, but it is the safety of the whole entire bus people. That consciousness is it is lying on the entire but so it is it's also collective consciousness. All these people, suppose let us take all the people in the bus, some kind of an accident, something is happening to the bus. What all the people in the bus will do it? They are started all praying. So is that prayer will not affect the driver? It will affect, right? It is actually giving that collective thing. So similarly, whenever he is driving, so that consciousness is also the collective consciousness of all the things that who is actually there. So this is how we have to understand everything. It is so in the meditation retreats, what they are doing actually. When we are going for the meditation retreats, people will go sit somewhere for 3-4 days and come back. So can't they sit in their own thing? Own home? Why they are going for the meditation? Why we are all also interested to go for the meditation retreats? We have one coming up on the 6th in Dallas, right? So what we are going to do it? Mindfulness breathing, mindfulness practice we do as a collective thing, because same kind of people you are collecting, you are trying to share that consciousness each other, you are trying to improve your collective consciousness there, because same kind of people will be there. Whatever the thing that you are doing, you will do it mindfully, whether you are walking, whether you are hiking, whether whatever you are sporting with the other things, or whether you are meditating, not just closing your eyes and sitting the meditation, not that one. In the retreats, you will not only do that, you will do all the things, but everything you do with mindfulness. So when you are practicing with the mindfulness, so your collective consciousness, because not only you, all the people around you are also doing your collective consciousness, you are actually increasing it. That cultivate individual being, whatever that you are collecting from all the collective people, that cultivates and that improves your individual being. So then you will feel so peaceful. So after the meditation retreat, you'll say, such a nice retreat. We are all feeling so good about it. So that is what it is actually happening. Okay. The moment the individual is affecting collective and the collective people are affecting the individuals. This is here, everybody is watering the wholesome seeds. Every one of you are watering the wholesome seeds, and you are trying to learn that how to unwater, how to just ignore that unwholesome seeds. Here unwholesome seeds are nothing but your anger, your jealousy, your comparison, whatever those things are low vibration things, right? So those things, if it is there in your mind, those are all the unwholesome seeds. Okay. So that's how you should feel it. There is a two ways of thinking. Let us say, you in your friends, you usually the common set of friends or a family, you want to be, everybody want to be, I should be rich, I should be having all the things. That is what many the people will feel it, right? Think in the other way. Not only me, all the people around me should be very happy. All the people should have enough money. All the people should have all the things, so that even if my time bad, even something happens to me, they're all there to pick me up. They're all there to again give me a hand to me. So how nice it is. So not only that you are happy, you are actually wishing everybody happy. So what is that you are going to achieve by being great among your friends, by being great among your relatives? What is that we are going to achieve? You are all the collective consciousness. If you are all the collective conscious, those are the things which are the low vibration things. In the first case, I should be great among them is the low vibration thing. The other second case, all others among friends should be great, so that even if something happens, they are there for me. That is the collective consciousness. That is the wholesome seed. The first one is an unwholesome seed. So that is not giving you any happiness the first time, because always the comparison, right? All the time, one day or the other, your friend or your other friend may get a good job, other relative may buy a good car than you. So it is all comparison. You can never be happy in that case. But when you want all others should be happy, I should be one among them, then whatever the other people are buying or whatever the other people are getting, you feel so happy because you are the part of that whole collective consciousness. So what will increase it? You'll increase your peace, you'll increase your happiness, all the things, right? It will get increased. That is what is happening. Okay. So here in this in the meditation retreats, or in the whatever that he is talking about, the author is talking about, right? There is a called, because he's following the Buddhism, dharma teacher will be there. There will be a person called a dharma teacher. Okay. This dharma teacher, what he does, sits and listens to them. So whatever the people who are in the pain, that mental pain, right, whoever it is there, he sits and just listens to them. What they are saying is, here, those people, if you want to sit and listen also, you should have some kind of energy. Otherwise, if you don't have that kind of energy, because being a meditator also, you all can experience this one, because I am experiencing myself. Suppose 3-4 years back, when somebody comes and pour their problem to me, I feel that pain, and also, what happened? Oh, she should not have done this, he should not have done this, something like that. I would have been advised, and also that pain is there within me as well. Okay, because I have taken that pain. So here, that is what he is saying. In this the centers also, retreat centers also, they'll have a dharma teacher who just comes and listens to all these people. But they have that limited number of people only. They have to listen, and they have to give their advice. And after that, because after beyond that, they should not listen to suffering people, because they may collapse, because their energy levels are not that good. So they have to take the leap. Similarly, when you are in the meditation path, you can see, suppose yesterday somebody came, oh, she lost money because somebody, she gave it and she lost money, and she's saying, oh, he should become that, he should become this. She's, because all agony, right? Hoarded money, I lost, and all those things. I just made her sit for 5 minutes, sit calm. I just took her in my puja room and asked her to sit calm, quiet, sit. So what you will get? Because if something happened to that guy, what will you get? Will you get your money back? You will not get it, right? So think that it is not only, we are not only the sources of this particular life. Someday you may be indebted to him. You have given it to him. Learn that lesson. It is not that you have to give it to him again and again. Learn that lesson. So you should be careful of that. Then just forget it, so that you will, one thing is, you will be mentally peaceful, and whatever, your family will be healthy, your health will not get affected. You can focus to gain that money in some other means. You can work hard instead of focusing your energy on how to get it, to whom to talk, all the things. When that person is decided not to give, he will not give. So just think that your debt is there in some other lifetime. You are just clearing it off. Be peaceful. And after she left, nothing was, because I didn't feel any pain, because I'm not taking that particular, because once you know that everybody's path is their own path, you will not take that pain, and also you will not do that bhajan. So, oh, she's crying, and you won't cry with her. Instead, you will try to explain. So this is all the thing, right? So why I'm saying is, here is all individual as well as collective. That particular pain may be her individual, or maybe it is coming from the innate, or maybe from her family something happened and could be happened, right? So all these things, you should not take the pain of the others. And also when you can do that pain, right? When you can take that pain, when you can hear that pain, if somebody, that is what you should be. Whenever you want your seed should be watered nicely, you should be there with the positive people. Because until you yourself have that energy, you cannot generate that energy to the others. You cannot generate, right? When you yourself are feeling, when she is crying, if I cry, then I cannot generate any energy and I cannot give anything to her. Is it not? Similarly, for any one of us also, first thing in the initial days of our meditations or anything, we should generate our energy. We should try to get our energy and then generate. Then once your fuel is up, and filling, then you will be able to listen to the others and give. That even Dharma teachers, they are not allowed to take more than 5 or 10 per day, it seems. So after that, they have to fill their energy fuel back. So they have to sit in the meditation and they have to get their own energy. Not that energy means go on eating, not that kind of thing. They have to sit themselves and they need to get it. So these Dharma teachers also called the psychotherapists. So these so similarly, we all may need the psychotherapist in our own life, or we could be the psychotherapist for our own friends. But you should understand that when you are seeing a particular person, you have to learn that habit. You see him or her deeply and see what are the seeds are there within them. What seeds are there with them? Okay, what kind of seeds are there? Are they wholesome seeds or not? So then whenever you are there, then you will be able to help. So first, in order to see others, first you have to see within yourself, what are the seeds that you have. So you understand what are the seeds you have it, and try to pour the water only to the positive seeds. Then you will have that peace and joy. When you are having that peace and joy, you can emanate that peace and joy to the others. There is a famous psychologist, right? Modern psychology. There is a Sigmund Freud is there. So Freud, his idea is that unconsciousness some ways correspond to the Buddhist concept of the store of the consciousness. So in the store of he is talking about the superego that I told, right? He talks about superego, the manas, sixth ego that we have it, right? Sixth thing that we have in the consciousness is the manas. It is more or less, we call it as a ego, and Freud call it as a superego. So superego is some affinity that he has the sixth consciousness as a mind consciousness. All these psychologists are talking about this. Then Carl Jung, who is influenced by the Freud, he also went further and said all our emotions and experiences is storing in the store of consciousness. All our emotions, and I can tell you, I think I gave this example, right? One boy, there are some 10 people are there, 10 boys are there, all are swimming, but one boy was very strict. No, I don't want to swim. He is getting so much fear. Why he is getting fear? So in his store of consciousness, he stored that fear with the water in some other lifetime. Maybe he died because of the water accident. Maybe something happened because of the water. So that fear was stored in his consciousness. Because of that, he is not able to come out of that fear. That's what he is saying. Carl Jung is saying that it is in the store of our consciousness, all our emotions, all our experiences of the previous things, right? Sufferings, it could be suffering or happiness that reflect in our consciousness. That is which is the same as the Tibetan Buddhism is also saying this same thing, same psychology that they are doing. So whenever we are doing here in this Buddhism says, whatever that you are doing, not only meditation means not just sitting ideally and closing our eyes and clasping hands and sitting. That is a meditation that you are trying to get energy, okay, cosmic energy. But the meditation, everywhere you have to do that mindful meditation. Mindful meditation here in a sense, when you are eating a food, when you are eating your meal, do not think if you are seeing a crime scene in the TV and eating, what they say is you are eating the crime. All our crime, whatever those thoughts only you are eating. So do not see anything. Do not look at your phone and read your messages and then eat. You consciously eat, mindfully walk. While you are walking, observe your surroundings, observe the birds chirping sounds. Everything whenever you are observing, that is the meditation. That every day, everything that gives you the experience of joy, that gives you that eradicate your suffering. So that will not, so always be inside and outside, you try to observe it. So you try to observe, you collect to your individual as well as the collective thing. Suppose if there is something that you don't like it, so you may be observing who is actually doing in my family, okay, this is what is happening. Or if somebody, if you are observing that your parents are doing, or if somebody else is doing, is there of such qualities is there within us, try to observe yourself. And if you don't like it, first remove from yourself. Forget about others are taking off or not, must remove from yourself. That is what all about the individual and collective seeds. Okay, next I will, let me go to the next one. Did you get the one? Okay, next one is the quality of seeds. The life, the next store of consciousness is depending on the quality of our seeds. Okay, the quality of our life depends on the quality of the seeds that lie deep in our consciousness. Whatever the seeds that are deep in our consciousness, what are those seeds? So the quality of those seeds are depending on our life. Suppose if you are a happy being within yourself, if you are happy being within yourself, you will have a lot of compassion, you will try to understand the people, you will emanate love, you will be very strong. These qualities will manifest within us, within you. Okay, when these qualities are there outside the person also, you will be like, suppose you are very angry, or you are a sad person, then those quality, irritation, you will be irritated person. For everything you will start yelling at the people. No, you feel that you are only the righteous person, all others are not righteous person. So your quality, so your seeds within your consciousness are not the wholesome seeds, they are the unwholesome seeds. Because of that, you are actually exhibiting all these things. So those seeds could be from your ancestors, from your parents, or from the society that you brought up. Okay, they're all co-responsible. Not only you are responsible for it. Again, even for the bad qualities, I'm not saying you are the responsible. Even for the good qualities, not that you are the responsible. It is all the collective consciousness. That is what we learn, right? So when you are not, when you feel that this is all collective consciousness, you always have a choice to build. You always have choice to water only to the wholesome seeds. So you always have a choice to go yourself with the good companions, with the good people around us, so that the good people in the sense, whatever the positive seeds you feel, right? Whatever the people that they have positive, I have seen some of the people, right? I have one friend in my street. So any situation you take it to her, any situation you take it to her, she can find a positive in that situation. I always wonder, anything you say, oh, that this happened, I'm so feeling, so in that also she'll find, somehow she finds something good in that. So that is kind of like, so associate with that kind of people, so that you will learn something, so that your wholesome seeds will get watered, so your unwholesome seeds will be kept aside. So this is when you don't know, you should be associating with the people who has that wholesome seeds, then you will be able to get it. Okay, when you need some guidance, look, if somebody comes to you guidance, look deeply into them and see what that kind of person, what is that seeds that they are deeply inside, right? What are those? Look deeply, then you will be able to observe the circumstance. By observing their circumstances, you will be able to see whether they are a happy seeds are there, whether they are a weak people are there, whether they are weak and unwholesome seeds are there, right? So all these things you can see. So what is that man, right? If you see man, now I'm saying, Prasanna, I'm not an individual. If I'm teaching a lesson, it is not an individual consciousness. Everything is a collective consciousness. I'm saying, right? So what is that? So how can I define then a particular person? So if you want to define a particular person, he is a sum of all the acts. That's what they say. The sum of all the acts that they are doing is that person. So it is not just the one day or one, all the things, right? What is that? Whatever that is stored in the consciousness. So karma hetu, whatever the action that is causing within them, that is called the karma hetu. Whenever you are doing something, if it is coming out, the result is karma phala. Again, comes to the Bhagavad Gita, right? So same thing, action is the fruit, and action is the hetu, and phala is the fruit. So this is what is happening. So all these things you are storing in your collective consciousness. Whatever the phala that comes also is you are storing. In the Bhagavad Gita says that you don't store that also, so that you will be free. Because do that nishkama karma. That's what the Bhagavad Gita says, right? So here, so what he in this consciousness part, your thing is karma cause, karma hetu, and karma phala, whatever the fruit of your action is, all is stored in your consciousness. Suppose when I'm teaching something, so if you are all people are happy and you are saying that, oh, I'm able to understand why I got this quality within me. Now I need to stop watering this particular one. I need to improve myself. If you feel that, that happy seeds will be stored within you. The happiness, whatever that you are expressing, your joy, that joy will be stored within you, right? So that will be stored within you and also within me, because we are all the collective consciousness. We are not the individual things. Okay. So here, all the actions are whatever the karma we call it as, right? From where it is coming? It is coming from three things. What are those? From our mind action, from our mind thought, whatever the thought, from our speech action. So action, thought, and speech. So these three things are the bodily actions that we are doing. So even if you think badly, or even if you think something, so that is also storing in your consciousness. Even if you speak something bad, it is storing. Even if you do something, it is storing in your thing. So these are the three things it is actually storing in your consciousness. Whatever this storing, it will, whether it will increase or it will decrease. That is in your store, eighth consciousness, you are storing all these things. So whatever that you are storing, it will increase through these three actions, that will increase or decrease your happiness. It is all there because you are storing all these things. The Buddha says these are the four things here. What is me? So that's why they always remember these 5 remembrances daily in the Buddhist. My actions are only my true belongings, not my car, not my home, not my kids. My actions are only my true belongings. I cannot escape consequences of my actions, because today I harmed somebody. Tomorrow I go to the temple and I'll just give 1 lakh rupees there. My action is negated. No, I cannot escape from my consequences of my actions. I'm not there to bribe. God is not there to take your bribe and take off everything. You are solely responsible for your actions. My actions are the ground on which I stand. So what am I standing? Based on my actions. If something is happening to me at this point in my life, good or bad, it is all because of my actions, my past actions. It is all because, not that somebody is cheating me, not that somebody is doing. Suppose if I'm able to associate with all the people like you, and I'm able to do this satsang, it is all my past actions. I'm able to do the good satsang with you, able to spend this evening very peacefully with all of you. That is all we are all connected. We are all the collective consciousness, and my past actions are bringing me here. Okay. When we die and transform from one form to another, maybe one body to another body that we are taking, right? Transform from one form to another, then leave behind our possessions. What we are leaving? Our possessions, those who we love. So whoever we love in this world, we are leaving them. And whatever the possessions we have, we are leaving. Only the seeds of our actions will go with us. Whatever the action that you are doing, your karma hetu, karma phala, all these things are going with you. Not your possessions, not your family, not your belongings. Nothing is coming to you when you are transforming from one form to the another. Consciousness does not hold only to mind actions. It is not only holding the mind actions, the seeds of our speech actions and bodily actions are also travel with our store of consciousness from this world to the another. So whatever that we are doing today, they are carrying from the one world to the another, no matter what you do it. So your possessions may go, your loved people may go, all the things will go, but your actions are coming to you. So remember, these 5 remembrances are very good for every one of us. My actions are only my true belongings. I cannot escape any consequences of my actions. My actions are the ground where I'm standing. And when I transform from one body to the another, then I'm not taking any of my possessions or not taking any of my beloved ones, but I am taking my seeds of our actions. And not only my mind actions I am also taking my thought actions, my bodily actions. Whatever that I'm doing, all that thing I'm taking, traveling with me from one body to the another, from one world to the another, they are all traveling to me. These are all the 5 remembrances that we have to remember in this verse, because he explained it very, very clearly. So in order to practice all these things, what we need to have it in Buddha's eightfold path, we need to have the right effort. The first one is we need to have the right effort. There are 4 practices for the right effort. First one only we are talking here in this particular stanza. We need to have the right effort. That right effort is giving you the path of liberation. Whenever you are doing that right effort, that is the path of liberation. What is that right effort that you can do? Prevent unwholesome seeds that have not manifested from manifesting. Unwholesome, prevent. There are some seeds, there is some jealousy is there within you because you're carrying that. Whenever somebody bought something, you just feel immediately that jealousy. Then you recognize your thing. You recognize what is that seed is coming up. No, this is not a good seed. This is an unwholesome seed. He is my brother. She is my sister. She is my neighbor. So when she bought it, I should feel happy. So exhibit happy. Even if you are not happy, exhibit happy. Then it will become the part of your consciousness. Okay. So when there is something which is not manifested, then stop that. Unwholesome means not conducive to liberation. Unwholesome here in the sense which is not good to your liberation. If you're attaching something, if liberation means you just need to leave unattachment, right? If you're attaching, if you're feeling the low vibrations, leave that. If harmful seeds are watered, they will manifest and grow stronger. If we embrace them with our mindfulness, sooner or later they will weaken and return to our store of consciousness. See, if you water the unwholesome seeds, they will start they'll start sprouting and they will become stronger in your life. Is it required? We don't need that unwholesome seeds to be sprouted. So if you leave it, if you just with the mindfulness, you observe the thought, be observer and observe that thought, and then leave it, then it will automatically, it will go back to your store of consciousness. It will not sprout at this. That is the first rule. The right effort, we have to keep that right effort. We should always be mindful what is the thoughts that are coming up. Okay. Second one, help the unwholesome seeds that have already arisen in your mind. Unwholesome seeds, right? Help the unwholesome seeds that are already arising in your mind, our mind and consciousness to return to the store. Mindfulness is the key. So there are already, you are already feeling jealous of somebody, you're already angry on somebody, you already have so many feelings, so many negative feelings within you. Already those seeds were arised. Then mindfulness is the key. Observe yourself and take off all those things and return them to your store of consciousness. Do not let them arise again. So you just stop watering to those kind of things. Okay. Then you can move on to the things. So you can, these are all very, say simply, I used to be attached so much to the gold sometime back. Okay, I don't know what is that seed that I have it in my life, in the previous life, or whatever the seeds I have. Like I used to get gold watch, gold things, gold stickers, gold hair pins, kind of thing. That I was so much into it. So at one point, somehow I decided, oh no, I'm not going to buy the gold. I just stopped buying it, and then slowly stopped using all, because I lost that kind of interest. So when I recognize, it is giving me a lot of pain more than pleasure, right? So whenever I buy something, I try to wear in on appropriate occasions and want to show, exhibit, and then get back and keep it in the log. It is all, I feel, a lot of hassle. Why to buy? Why to get fear? Oh, yeah, I cannot leave at home and I have to go and keep it in the bank. So at one point, I feel that this is all nonsense. So stopped it. When I stopped it, I feel liberated, right? So when I don't have that kind of thing within me, I feel, okay, Wherever I go, I need not go to the bank now. I'll just whatever I have at home, whether it is a gold or not, it doesn't matter. When I go, I feel like they should give importance to me, not to my not to what I wore it. So that kind of thing. So you may be already that seed has risen. So I should recognize it and then stop it. Send them to return to the store. So like this, there could be there's so many things in every one of our lives. So we should recognize and we should send them off. Find the ways to water the wholesome seeds in our store of consciousness that have not yet arisen, to help them manifest in our mind consciousness. So there are some wholesome seeds are there, but they have not manifested. Okay, when they have not manifested, so let us say 3 years back when I met this group, so I like teaching so much because for some reason the teaching is my I feel I was born for it. So I like the teaching. So I took a profession, but somehow it went so many twists and turns, and I ended up in this software. So I'm not able to teach. So when I come for this meditation path, so one day, whoever my mentor in this path, so she asked me to teach the book. Okay, Prasanna, when you read it, you start teaching the book. So that's how my book reading or teaching was started. So when I teach, everybody said, you explained it very good. Within the short time, you just read and you remembered all the points. So that is the wholesome seeds which were not watered. So when some seed was watered, right? So when everybody started talking about it, then I started watering that particular seed. So the wholesome seed was started manifesting it. So now whatever the book, so I never thought that Thinking and Destiny, when I bought that book, I will teach it. But that's such a tough book, but I'm able to teach it because all that seed was manifested by through so many people around me. That group consciousness, they're all the people who watered my seed, and also I recognized that I had the talent and I watered my seed, so I'm able to do it. So water your wholesome seeds. Maintain the mental formations that have already arisen from the wholesome seeds on the level of our mind consciousness. Okay, you already got some. So some of the seeds already. Suppose counseling is also I do. I used to do, and also doing it, because even before this, I'm able to do much better, because I know that I'm because each day I'm able to evolve myself. Through all the wisdom that I read the books or through all the things. So I'm able to evolve myself, and I'm able to evolve myself, my counseling abilities. So which is the wholesome seed that is there, that is already arisen. I'm just watering to that. So I'm just increasing. So these are the 4 paths of the 4 practices of the right effort. What are those? First thing is prevent already not sprouted unwholesome seeds. Second, if unwholesome seeds were sprouted already, then recognize it and just move on it. And the third one is that you water the seeds that are wholesome seeds, you water it. And fourth one is, if there is any already watered the wholesome seeds, then sprout it. So this is the thing. That's all. Sorry, I just did not notice the time. So I went on explanation. I think I have taken your meditation time also, Kalpana.
No worries, Prasanna. Actually, it is very interesting the way you are going. So I feel like no need of meditation today. We need the knowledge.
Yeah, somehow I was not at all, because because Thinking and Destiny 1 hour, right? That's what I'm just thinking of that time. So in the last
Yeah, that's
only I was
fine.
recognized. But
No
I
worries.
hope, because even if it is a meditation, this is what we needed, right? So we need that
Yes.
mindfulness is the one that we need it. I think I'm clear on giving the things.
Exactly. But for these 5 minutes, I'm not worried about meditation, Prasanna. But
yeah, sure. Yeah,
5,
questions we can take.
Yeah, we can take any questions or anybody. Let me stop live so that we can